What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to another episode of Respect the Game podcast. My name is Edward, named after a great man, that being my pops. Shout out to my mom and my granny for helping raise boys too. Please make sure you go follow at Emax Stats for all your up to date high school, pro, and collegiate sports coverage. We'll not disappoint. We'll keep you up to date on all that is going on in the beautiful sports world. 2 on 2 tonight. We're gonna still make it happen. We're gonna still hold our brothers down in their absence. They're not on the pod. However, you can still say it's 4 on 4 tonight because they are with us in spirit. Make sure y'all follow our brother, I Shine Hard Izzo. You see his handles down there. Make sure you tap in with his promo code for prize picks as well. Also, make sure y'all go follow our brother Sedacious and stay tuned in with all that he's got going on. Sedacious got his he has his own YouTube page. I believe it's Sedacious the Sedacious live show. So tap in with Dacious. I think he be on TikTok too. He always has an introspective way of how he views the world, as well as also be having some good encouragement on there too. So make sure y'all tap in with our brother Shine Izzo as well as Sedacious, man. And now I have the blackest one with me. 2 on 2. Shaq and Kobe, Bill Belichick, Tom Brady, um, Jordan Pippen, Mahomes, Andy Reid. Yeah. What's a podcast without your brother?
And also, it's the host with the most that blows the most smoke, Black Peace, the rap plug, the hip hop plug. You already know. Be sure to go check out Talking Smoke on any one of your podcasts you really mess with, man. Still got some good episodes in rotation, man. Let's get it. Let's go.
All right, man. We ain't gonna waste no time. We're gonna get straight to it, man. We got a nice rundown for y'all, breaking down some NFL free agency, talking about our Houston Rockets as well. I got a nice trivia NBA Hall of Fame question for Black Peace, and I'm also intrigued to see the audience, our listeners, to see in the comments what they would deem a NBA Hall of Famer. So, but we'll get to that in due time. We'll get to that in due time. Right now, talking about college football, Matt Leinart went on record and saying he is not retiring his jersey, unretiring his jersey for any of these 5-star recruits that are trying to come to USC to play, who wants his jersey number. Black Peace, hearing that, do you think Matt Leinart is out of pocket for not wanting to unretire his jersey for mega star recruits trying to play at USC?
I ain't gonna lie to you though. I thought you were gonna say, get the sensor ready. I thought you say he wasn't gonna get his number up to none of these fuck niggas. When you said 5 star. Uh,
Damn.
it looked like you was about to say that. I was like, whoa, did he really say that? But no.
Oh,
Anyways,
no.
I feel like he has a good point, man. I feel like college football is one of those things where the records are gonna be broken, and I feel like if uh you made dramatic school records and you made a dramatic impact, I feel like the school should respect it. I feel like it's something that he should go and talk to the school about and get an understanding about, and that should be done. I feel like him doing it solo, protesting it solo is I go against. I feel like it's something that him and the school should have an agreement with. Just like when players get their when NBA players and professional players get their jerseys retired, it's an understanding between the franchise. So him saying it, I feel like that's what I'm against. But if he were to go to the actual school and talk to them and say, "Hey, man, like, hey, this is what I did for y'all. Do y'all feel like y'all should be able to support that? Get that support from them, and then I think they should be able to touch it." But I feel like right now, if he's doing it solo, just off Twitter, or he just voicing how he feels, I feel like, yeah, bro, like you don't have the support behind, you don't have the support from the college to where, yeah, like you kind of just speaking how you feel. So, question, is that the actual situation where he's just voicing it out on social media, or is it actually more of a, okay, like he's actually talked to the school and that's actually a thing, like for them to retire the jersey?
Yeah, I Considering the transfer portal and how disloyal these players are, I'm not unretiring my jersey for y'all in no way, shape, or form. Let's stop playing. I unretire my jersey, a pristine jersey, right? A college football Hall of Fame jersey that has a Heisman Trophy attached to it, that has
Oh,
two
yeah.
national championships attached to it, that has over 10,000 passing yards attached to it, that has 99 passing touchdowns attached to it. I'm supposed to unretire that jersey for a hope and a prayer that you're half as good as me? Hell no. And then we know if you not even remotely just good, let alone half as good as Matt Leinart, you gonna transfer. And you know what's sad about you transferring? It's not the disloyalty, it's the fact that some millennial that was born will associate that jersey number with your trash ass, as opposed to it's being held in high esteem and not being unretired. So no, if you really like that, go create your own legacy. You know what I'm saying? Like, to think that you to call, if it's his son down the pipeline, cool, I get that. But any recruit coming in, if that jersey ain't available, if that jersey unretired, bro, as Kendrick Lamar said, like, miss me with the bullshit.
Yeah, miss me with that bullshit.
Miss me with that bullshit. um. So yeah.
Oh, they yeah. So the school retired it.
Hmm.
The school retired it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, leave it alone then. No, hell no. You can't agree to that because it's off of him agreeing. Hell no, don't agree to that, dude.
Yeah. The school retires you, but like it's up to you if you want to like give the blessing to like an like
Oh,
a yeah.
yeah, no, absolutely. I'm not risking that. I'm not
You know what I
risking
mean?
it.
Because that's
Especially with
like
the fact of that's technically his glory is his college days. Yeah, absolutely not. That's what Matt Lander has. I only know I'm probably one of the few people that know what happened with his career. And I only know the beginning. He got drafted to the Arizona Cardinals. That's all I know about him. And he just kind of fades to black. But the USC stuff, that lives on forever. So yeah, he ain't giving up that jersey. And I no, I that I mess with. Yeah, I didn't know the process of how it actually worked in college. I know in the pros, it's obviously the franchise, they agree to it and they put in the Raptors and all that. But yeah, with college, yeah. If you all you gotta do is agree to it, no, I'm not doing that. If he was, I could see Lamar Jackson doing it. I could see Patrick Mahomes doing it. I could see anybody else great doing it that has a great professional career. But Matt Leinart, that's all he has. He can't afford to.
I feel like it's just like an unspoken agreement that the player who gets his jersey retired has to say so if he wants to unretire it. Another player who got their jersey retired, that if you were to go to this program, they would have to give you a blessing to wear their jersey. The Colorado Buffalo, Shador Sanders, he got his jersey retired. If you want to go to Colorado as a top draft pick or number two, you love the number two, that's your number. You have to get Shador Sanders' blessing to wear that jersey number.
Yeah, why would you do that? Why are you baiting me right now? Yeah, no, and I'm a bite. Uh, I feel like he'll never give up that number because he's too egotistical and he idolizes himself too much to where he won't give it up. So it don't matter if he's even great or not. He's not giving that number up because he's just too yeah. So I bet. But anyways, I do feel like the fact that it's Matt Leinart, yeah, don't take that away from him. That's all he really got. Don't overplay with his number like that.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, just the transfer portal and the disloyalty of these like students. I would not allow his jersey to be tampered with, to be stained by some walk-on recruit who gonna end up transfer. Not walk-on recruit, excuse me. I don't care how many star recruit you are, just for you to end up transferring. Like, stop it.
I think more of the fact of just like I think it's for players that they have that weight. If you just had that college moment and you was a bust in the professionals, like that's what I think it more weighs on. I just think those other players I named, I think they shouldn't be so attached to it, even if it's a transfer photo. Like I feel like, bro, you kind of like you superseded those accomplishments. Granted, they're great, but you made your name so strong. It's like, bro, you holding on to that number is it's kind of just petty at this point. But like I said, if you just all you got in college, yeah, don't. that's something that's like I back them up on that. If you got a lot of accolades in the pros, you can be a little bit more nicer and give it away. I'm sorry. That's how I feel about it.
It wasn't a segue, but now it is a segue because obviously I was messing with you about your door, but you have a dislike for Shador's game, and you don't think he's really that great as hyped up to be. But me and you had a conversation on the phone recently, and we were talking about we didn't really get like knee deep into the conversation, but I like we were on the phone and I had peeped that Justin Fields was traded to the Kansas City Chiefs in exchange for 2027 seventh round draft pick. And don't understand how you feel about Shador, yet you had really good things to say about Justin Fields, who has less of a body of work, who has more of a body of work than Shador and is proven not to be elite or even just good. And so I'm saying all that to say I don't understand how you feel one way about Shador and you don't hold that same standard or sentiment for Justin Fields. But the floor
Ready
is
for this?
open.
Sorry, I'm a little excited about this one. Get ready. Get ready. Get your captions ready. Okay.
I got you.
Coachable. Did I get it right? Sorry. Here we go. Coachable. Okay. Justin Fields, I feel like with the right coach, he is coachable. Tomlin coached him correctly. That's why he got the results he got out of him. You put him on a trash team or you with a coach that doesn't understand how to utilize him, he's not going to be as effective. When you have Shadur, on the other hand, I believe his personality and the way he plays doesn't cater to being coachable. I feel like obviously you can teach him some new things, but everybody knows the difference between a coachable person and a non-coachable person. And I feel like he's a lot more coachable, so that's why I'm a little more excited about it. You put a coachable person with a great coach, I mean, it's simple math. You know, Andy Reid, he has the rings. And now, do I think he's going to be magnificent or great? No. But I do think you get a chance to see like what you've seen in Pittsburgh. I do think you get a chance to see like, okay, he's not as garbage as perceived because of the fact of, hey, you just put me in the right situation, I can do better. And just some players that like that. That's the way they're that's what they bring to the table. They're not amazing here, they're not amazing there. They may have these certain abilities, but at the same time, though, it's like, no, bro, they're just more of a good coachable player. And that's where you get certain results, and that's how I feel about it. Do I think they're gonna be crazy good? Absolutely not. But do I think that Justin Fields get a chance at redeeming himself and kind of proving what kind of quarterback that he is this season? Yes, absolutely.
So this is this is the final test. This is the last chance for Justin Fields. I don't believe he even holds a backup position if he doesn't show a great improvement or capability to just not mess things up under a Andy Reid. Because then the narrative would be, yo, yes, you went to the Mike Tomlin's. I forget who. Was Sala was Robert Sala there coaching Justin Fields when he was with the Jets? I'm
No,
not. I wonder
is
who
is that cornerback guy, the cornerback, the retired cornerback with the dance,
Glenn, Aaron Glenn.
the Aaron Glenn.
Okay, it was Aaron Glenn. Okay, and so I think him going to the Chiefs, it puts him in a great situation to also be able to be like, hey, give me the right coaching, and I could show you that I'm valuable. But
Uh-huh.
if he doesn't get the job done, then the narrative will turn to if Andy Reid can't save you, nobody could save you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I totally agree. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of the statement. It's like, yeah, I'm saying that, but at the end of the day, it's like, bro, you don't make it with Andy Reid, you out. You may be playing Canadian football. You may be playing Euro football. You're not gonna be playing here no more. Or you're not gonna be starting. I'll tell you that for sure. And you have to accept that. Because Andy Reid is, I mean, he is who he is. He has the rings, he has the history, he has, you know, the different quarterbacks he's coached to greatness. Like I'm just like, bro, like if he can't get you to I believe 500 only because the Chiefs didn't do that well last year. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, how do you expect him to do better than Patrick Mahomes? So I'm just looking at it like, bro, you get to 500, I think you proved your point. Because obviously they may be trying to strive to get Patrick Mahomes back, but also he's a franchise quarterback, so they may just depend on how the season goes. But I think he gets them to 500, maybe one game over 500 until Patrick Mahomes gets back, or just in general. And I think, in my opinion, that shows that, hey, like, I mean, the system wasn't catered to you. It's still going to be catered to Patrick Mahomes. So we're going to utilize you the best way we can. But at the end of the day, like, we're going to give you the best coaching options. So it's not going to be on us. But granted, it's still Patrick Mahomes' team. So we're going to cater to his style of play and to where it's going to benefit him when he gets back. But like I said, like I'm Andy Reid, so I'm gonna make it work. So he has a good opportunity to prove himself. Uh, but like I said, the difference between him and Shadir is coachability, man. Like that's one thing that I've always looked at with certain underdog quarterbacks that a lot of people overlook. It's like, bro, they ain't cold at this and not good at that. They may have had a bad track record, but you look at how they work through that BS. Like that's what I like about Baker Mayfield, coachable player. He's proven it. Like, bro, you give me the right coach, I will be outstanding. You give me a garbage coach, then I'm kind of like up in the air. Like, I don't know what to tell you. But at the end of the day, like everybody can't be, you know, Tom Brady. Tom Brady proved that in a heartbeat. Like, I don't care who's coaching me. I'm gonna figure out a way to be great. Same thing with Ben Roethlisberger. Same thing with Peyton Manning. They've all did multiple coaches, and they all shown they can be great regardless. So, yeah.
So Justin Fields, rookie season, his head coach is Matt Nagy. He starts in 10 games, plays in 12, 7 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, throws for 1,800 yards his rookie season. Then his head coach is Matt Eberflus for the next 2 seasons, where he had his two best seasons in his career with the Chicago Bears under Matt Eberflus. That's his sophomore season. He throws for 2,200 yards, 11 touchdowns. Excuse me. He throws for 2,200 yards and 17 touchdowns with 11 interceptions. That following season, he throws for 2,500 yards with 16 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. So that shows growth. And
With
his
also, with that being said, that was around the time when he was a big fantasy player, where they were utilizing him correctly to where it was like, no, we're using you to the best of your abilities rather than like just trying to stick you in a game and try to say figure it out. They were catering to him because the first year is like, no, we thought you were this. It's like, no, we see who you really are, and this is how we're going to use you. So I remember them. I remember them days. It's like they still lost a lot of games, but he still was productive. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah, so and you got those first though excuse me, you got his sophomore and junior season under Matt Eberflus where he had his best career. Where he has his best 2 seasons, 2,200 yards, 17 touchdowns, then 2,500 yards and 16 touchdowns with 60 and 61% completion with throwing. I have to give full context because I know that. Give me one. I know he's also a dual threat quarterback, so I don't want to just run off his passing touchdowns. I'm trying to see what his rushing stats look like as well in them first 5 seasons.
I'm a guess. Since you looking, I think first year he probably had what 4 rushing touchdowns, and the next 2 years he probably had like what 7 and 8.
Rush. So, bro, he had his so far. Matt Eberflus, he's had his best 2 years, right? So his first, rookie season, 72 carries for 420 yards, right?
How many
And only
touchdowns?
two.
Dang. I started to say 2, but I said 4.
Okay, you said four, two, right? His first year under Matt Eberflus, he rushes for 1,100 yards and 8 touchdowns.
That's close.
His second year under Matt Eberflus, he rushes for 600 yards and 4 touchdowns.
See that?
And so yeah, I wanted to like also put his rushing into play into context too under these head coaches because he is a dual threat quarterback. And then after Matt Eberflus having been after being under Eberflus them his sophomore and junior year, then he went to Mike Tomlin where he only threw for 1,000 yards with 5 passing touchdowns and 1 interception. And then for the Jets under Aaron Glenn, he threw for 1,200 passing yards, 7 touchdowns to 1 interception. And for rushing, he had 4 rushing touchdowns for 71 yards on 9 carries. Excuse me. He had 71 carries for 380 yards with 4 touchdowns. So to your theory, right? To your theory that the right coach could really bring out the best in Justin Fields, we see a pattern where under Matt Eberflus, he had his best the best 2 seasons of his career. And it hasn't worked under Mike Tomlin. It hasn't worked under Matt. I mean, he's a rookie, so we didn't know whether or not it necessarily worked with Matt Nagy. But obviously, Matt Eberflus was better off than having Justin Fields and Matt Nagy, and it definitely didn't work with Aaron Glenn. So this is the creme de la creme. If you don't put up, I don't want to say if you don't put up Matt Eberflus numbers with Andy Reid, then it's a wrap for you. But you have to show yourself being light years better than what you've been looking like in with the New York Jets because yeah, bro, for your passing lines to be at like 112 yards, 117 yards, for people to look to take receivers like under consistently with knowing you're at the helm of being a quarterback is like that's not a good look. So it's and we know for a fact it's not going to be Andy Reid's fault. It's going to be Justin Fields' fault. So this is the last opportunity for Justin Fields. I believe everybody can agree that this is the last opportunity for you, my G. If Andy Reid can't save you, maybe Jesus can.
I mean, really didn't have a bad year when he played for Pittsburgh. It was just more of the fact that he trusted more of the veteran Super Bowl winning.
That's fair. I
You
mean,
know what I'm saying? Like that's
I've
what
seen
that
that sentiment out there because people are kind of like, damn, like he's just like no rhyme or reason. You just gonna go Aaron Rodgers, like, and I think it was more so for maybe
no, it was
Tomlin,
Wilson.
huh?
It was Wilson at the time.
Wilson at the time. It's more so just like, hey, I'm trying to win now. I'm not in a position to develop. I need to win now, and you need development.
But the thing about it is, it was like when he got pulled, it was just like, bro, like you did extreme damage. Because one thing, you put somebody that is not even like superiorly better than him at that moment, they're about dead even. Where they were at in their game, Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, they were literally dead even. And for you to put him in, it was just like, bro, like he's going down. He's going downward. Why would you even like? I granted, I'm a project, but dang, die on this project. It's just like the CJ Stroud situation, Why didn't they die on that hill? That's one thing that kind of confused me and kind of brought that into my mind when I was, saying, hey, put the backup in. It's like it's been done before. And it's been done in worse situations. Like that was supposed to be their franchise quarterback. I feel like Russell Wilson was like a hope that he went back to his old self, which wasn't gonna happen. It's just like it was a dream. It's like, oh, he can go back to his old self. It's like, no, deal with this guy who's already, like you said, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception. I believe they were like probably 3-2 or like had a very shocking record. Like they were very impressive. And yeah, so that was one of those things that popped out about him. But at first he was just more of a fantasy guy, and then all of a sudden I started noticing like, oh, so you actually can play. You just ain't that guy they think you is. You just got to be in the right situation. Oh, okay. And I paid attention to that when he went to the Jets. I was just like, yeah, he's gonna be trash. You're playing for the Jets. No coaching, no franchise work, nothing. Man, when I heard he went to the Chiefs, I was like, yeah, he has a chance to at least redeem his career and like hang in there. I didn't think he's gonna be like the crazy, like the best thing since sliced bread, but there's a chance to redeem his name.
Yeah, and I said he got traded for a 2027 7th round. It was a 6th round. Potato potato.
That's a steal.
Yeah, if anybody could bring out the best, I'm gonna trust Andy Reid to do it. I would look for a lot of run RPOs for Justin Fields, and I would if I had to bet on Andy Reid to get his numbers up there to flirt with the numbers under Matt Eberflus. I think Andy could do it with the weapons, the offensive weapons that are presented to Justin Fields under the Chiefs. So we'll see.
He got way more bang for his buck. 6 rounds, 7 rounds. Seriously, like he's in the perfect position where you lost your starting franchise quarterback for the next however many years he's going to play, obviously, and you know he's not getting nowhere near off that team, and you just said, you know what, bring in that kid we think we can work with. Your season is already dead because your star quarterback, like, you're not going to spend a lot of money, bro. You're going to save all your money to make sure he's not going nowhere. You're not getting rid of no Patrick Mahomes. I'm sorry. He has Tom Brady vibes. And you know how that franchise ended, how that story ended. So it's just like, yeah.
Also, free agency, Jaylen Waddle, he gets traded to the Denver Broncos for what's that again? A 3rd round pick, 2 3rd round picks, and a 4th round pick. Excuse me, I lied. Jaylen Waddle gets traded for a 1st round pick, 30th overall, along with a third and fourth rounder. I think I love this move for the Broncos. This is a great move considering you were a broken ankle away from a Super Bowl appearance. I think giving Bo Nix another weapon. You got believe Cortland Sutton is still there. Um, yeah, I think I love this move for Jalen Waddle. I think it'll be impressive to see him spread his wings under that Sean Payton offense. Bo Nix with his capability, assuming he's able to come back healthy and still be himself, still being a young quarterback off of the ankle injury. I love this move. I think this puts them in a position to maintain order in the AFC West over the Chiefs while Patrick Mahomes stays in hibernation as he's like, healing and resting up. I think it's a big time move. And I think it's a ballsy move too because you're giving up a 1st rounder. So it's just like you ain't giving up no 1st rounder for somebody you think ain't gonna be worth a damn. So I think that puts pressure. I want to say it puts pressure on Jalen Waddle to perform, which I trust that he can, but I more so feel like it puts pressure on the Broncos organization as a whole to make sure they get the most out of this trade in Jalen Waddle.
Yeah, I will say this. Hope we can handle that some conditions. He's a speedster, but that mile high do something to you, bro.
I mean, that should beef him up though. I mean, in terms of just like his conditioning,
Uh,
like getting acclimated to getting acclimated to that weather and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Jaylen Waddle, H-Time Ho. You feel me?
he gonna have to because Demarius Thomas, he was a big guy, wasn't
Yeah.
he? Exactly. Like you get like Shannon Sharp, big guy. Like in order to be successful out, you got to be able to handle it. So that's my
I
only bender break for that situation. Is like he's a speedster, but it's like you're gonna have to carry a little bit more weight because in order for that home field advantage to really kick in, you're gonna be able to handle. You need to handle it, bro. Like you're gonna be hitting them sprints. Like, I'm just saying. Like,
I think his condition is gonna be up there, and I think being up there, living up there. I know he's gonna try. He's a professional. Shit, who's to say he's going that being up there is going to take his conditioning to the next level to him already being a speedster. And imagine you wearing down the defense and the secondary, and this third, fourth quarter, dudes is tired, and you just now kicking into your second win to be like, let's go get, you know what I'm saying?
X
So
factor. I'm saying it's the X factor. Period. It can work against him or with him. I just feel like that's going to be the X factor at home. Like if he can use that for his benefit, that's going to be a very hard thing to stop because he's already like fast as it gets.
Wyatt Taylor, I said Taylor. Wyatt Te- Wyatt Teller, Texans. We pick up another offensive lineman. I've been seeing what Nick Caserio's been doing, right, in the sense that he's like he's signing these guys with the old LeBron 2 year deal. You know what I'm saying? And I see what Nick Caserio's doing, man. I see what Nick Caserio's doing. You can't be mad at it. He's definitely putting in a concentrated effort to put some help on the offensive line for CJ Stroud. We got Braden Smith. We got Braden Smith on a 2 year deal. Went to get Braden Smith from the Colts. Now we got Wyatt Teller. I feel like am I missing somebody else? And we got offensive guard Evan Brown. Got him who has played with Seattle and Arizona. He's on a 1 year deal, and he'll be looking to fill the center offensive guard position. So we're
Chestnut
trying.
checkers, I guess. I think he's doing chestnut checkers at this. But I think he done chess. I think he's been doing chess and not checkers, to be honest. 'Cause I feel like what he did was he went and got the weapons first, and then worried about the big guns later. Because the big guns are not always the weapons. It's the guys in front that protect your quarterback.
I mean, yeah, that's
So
why um I'm drawing a blank. It's somebody we let go. Well, no, we was having this conversation about us signing David Montgomery, and right after we signed David Montgomery, Kenneth Walker III was released by the Seahawks, and it's like, dang, did we pull the trigger too early? We could have had Kenneth Walker, but the thing is, Kenneth Walker coming off a Super Bowl, and I'm a Super Bowl MVP. Hey, shouty, I'm trying to break the bank, and the Texans aren't in a position to break the bank. Well, excuse me, they can break the bank, but it has to be on the offensive line. We've done what we're supposed to do through the draft, building up our offense, building up our defense, building up our offensive skill position, building up our defense. We've done what we're
yeah,
supposed to do through the draft. We gotta spend some bread on this offensive line because all the defense don't matter. The offensive weapons we got don't matter if we can't build a sustainable offensive line to be able to compete and win games that we were supposed to win. And they even also did better and and still beefing up the offensive line and going to get Reed Blankenship from the Eagles. So you got all these intricate pieces coming together but it will not matter if the offensive line doesn't show drastic improvement from last season. And if it can show a drastic improvement to allow CJ Stroud to get back to a place where he can be comfortable and not feel like if he don't get rid of the ball in 1.2 seconds, he gonna get his bell rung, we're going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I definitely think he was playing chess this whole time. I think he knew this was a test run. I think he knew he was lucky to get how far he got. Granted, the dramaticness of how we lost, it does hurt. It stings. We felt like we were supposed to be at a place, um, a lot quicker than we were supposed to. But based on the moves he's doing right now, and which I definitely can say I did not see the vision, but I just feel like that was the vision. Like, hey man, like we got the weapons. Our defense sealed. They love it here. They want to sign here. They'll take cuts here because they know the caliber of us winning. The chances of us winning a championship are high. So let's draft good. We nailing our drafts. All our weapons like all our receivers got a good taste last year. Higgins, what's the other Higgins and the other guy that went to school with him, they got some good reps. I like that. Like they had some moments. Um, our running back had like a three or four games where he exploded. Like we had some moments to show like, do we got weapons? Like imagine if we actually had a line to like annoy them and protect our quarterback and actually get off plays the way they were designed to be. Half the plays that we made were on the fly. So imagine. So I think that was the big vision. And I feel like he already accepted like maybe we're gonna make the playoffs. We may even be competitive. But honestly, we're not gonna make it that far because our line sucks. But we need to make sure we just need to know at the end of the day that everything else around us is good. Because we know, like you said, what we're gonna need is gonna cost some bread. It's gonna cost some money. And we just gotta be patient. We know other people's options. And when we look good and we sell them, hey, you're the missing piece, they're gonna take that pay cut. Oh, I'm just the missing piece. Like the ring, that is almost guaranteed. Bet. Yeah, look at our defense. Look at our receivers. Look at our quarterback. Look at our running back. Look at the running back we just picked up. Look at the defensive pieces we keep picking up. Come on now. A plus B equals C. It's that simple. It's that freaking simple. 1 plus 2 equals 3.
Yeah, man. Wyatt Taylor, because we got rid of Tyus Howard, right?
Yeah.
And he was due to get paid, and it's just like, bro, if we cash you out, we not gonna have no money to buy or build no offensive. So out of strategy, like you said, playing chess, sometimes you gotta sacrifice your queen. You know what I'm saying? In order to protect the king, that being CJ. You know what I'm saying? You may have to sacrifice a rook. You know what I'm saying, to make sure I run a divergence, you know what I'm saying, to keep the king protected or to set up a play 3, 4 moves later. I like I gotta sacrifice my bishop, but it's really for the greater cause to trap you and put you in a bad position to be like, hey, I got your king, I got your king under attack in check. And the only way for you to move them is you got to give me your queen. You know what I'm saying? For all the chess people out there, you know what I'm saying? You got to give and take. You got to be willing to sacrifice in order to like improve. You got to be
Yeah.
able to sacrifice in order to gain and move forward. And we had to make that sacrifice with Tyus Howard, uh, Titus. The way it's not spelled the traditional way, but we had to make that sacrifice with Titus Howard, and we're doing our best. Nick Casario is doing his best to build it up. Trent Brown, Ed Ingram, Brandon Smith, Wyatt Teller, Evan Brown. You are trying, Nick Casario, and we have to give you respect because you are in fact trying to build a wall around CJ Stroud. So we'll see how that goes, man. Crossing over into the NBA, still talking about Houston sports. Black Peace, and I want your thoughts on this. The world wants your thoughts on this. And I know I live here in Atlanta, and I don't want anybody back home in Houston to ever think that I'm not always repping. You know what I'm saying? Like you see, like I'm always repping my city. You know what I'm saying? Um, but we gotta be real. And I'm all for fandom and being delusional at times, but right now is a critical moment where we just have to be real. And I do not want my citizenship to be revoked. I feel like all of Houston will feel me in saying this about the Houston Rockets. And that is, we are not a championship team at all. And I don't think it could simply be solved by us having a point guard.
We suck.
Ass.
We the
Horrible.
third seed, but we suck.
We're not a real third seed. We're not a real high seed, bro. I'm willing to go as far as to say we're a first round exit, bro. That's
Second round,
that
gentlemen.
second
Second
round
round, gentlemen.
gentleman. A second round gentleman sweep. I can get that. All right. If the playoffs started today, we're a fourth seed. We would have to play a five seed. That being the Timberwolves today. We would have home court advantage. Maybe that's the only thing that gets us out of gets us out of that series, the fact that we home court.
Oh,
But
against who?
the Timberwolves.
Oh, we could beat them. We could beat the Timberwolves.
I, I'm hurt, bro, because bro,
We got the right defenders to stop the one guy they need to stop. In a series, they can beat the Timberwolves. I'm sorry, I will stand on that. I
how
definitely say
how
with the
how much
Houston.
are you willing to bet on that? I'm not saying they can't. I'm more so asking you when I say how much you willing to bet on that. I'm asking you how confident are you in the fact that you believe they could beat the you believe that they can beat um the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Pretty sure of it.
Get like 1 to 10, 10 being the most confident, eight,
Nine point
7.
five. Nah, 8.5.
Bro, we're
And that
bad.
is if Anthony Edwards gets more tactical than skillful and understands that, hey, foul trouble. That's the only way I'm gonna get out of this. That's the only way. Cause I feel like they're gonna throw every defender that we got, and we got plenty of them, and they are good. And I feel like our defensive set and our offensive set is stronger than theirs and more consistent than theirs. I feel like our shooters are more consistent. I feel like we can catch fire quicker, and I feel like our star is a little bit more unguardable than their star compared to the matchups. Who like I don't think Daniels is gonna hold no damn Kevin Durant. I don't think he can stop no damn Kevin Durant. I'm
That's
sorry.
the thing, bro. It's like I think the script is out on beating the Houston Rockets. Double team Kevin Durant in the playoffs and force Sangoon to try to be this hero.
Uh, I think Reed Shepard needs a little more credit that he's not been getting. Uh, I feel like he's fallen into that role that a lot of players like Pritchard. I wish I had a list, but he's fallen into a strong runt role, and I think it's strong enough to like get past them. I feel like the person on the other side that fills in their role is too inconsistent, which is DiVincenzo. I feel like DiVincenzo plays that role of that extra firepower that you need to get past a team. I feel like DiVincenzo can. I think he can get beat up enough or be inconsistent enough, and I feel like Reed Shepard is a little bit better. I feel like Eason can also be a stronger two-way player given the right moment. So I just, yeah,
I
I,
don't
I
I
just,
don't I don't I don't believe in us, bro. I think the belief and the excitement I had coming into this season was because it wasn't just about Kevin Durant. It was about believing that Sangoon was going to take a drastic leap in improvement of his overall game. And Sangoon has not taken a big leap at all. And I severely question if he's really a franchise player in terms of one, just can he be that leader? And two, can his game back up the leadership that's needed to be a franchise guy? Are we saying give Sangoon the ball and get the hell out the way? Or down the stretch, are we saying, Sangoon, we really need a bucket, like make something happen for us? Teams are now looking to pick on him and like put him in a lot of actions to make him try to defend. And I think the basketball world as a whole, we deserve Jokic an apology for even calling or considering him to be a baby joker. It's not even remotely close. It's not even toddler.
So baby
Like
Joker he is. Damn, baby Joker.
The fuck you looking at, son?
Not that.
Daddy fool. He trying to talk to my sister. Like he's that baby joker. He ain't the baby joker that we were actually referring to. You know what I'm saying? He's like
Oh,
baby joker from Rancho Cucamonga. You know what I'm saying?
exactly. And it's
Like,
here.
bro, and so it's like, I mean, it's like it sounds like a knock. Maybe it is just a flat out knock to Sangoon because he's still young, but him being young is just like, bro, we only got 2 years left for KD. We have to win now. You have to be great now to complement KD's greatness for us to have a shot at winning a championship. And it just goes back to, again, you talk about Justin Fields and Mike Tomlin be like, hey, bro, like you decent, but I'm in a win now. I ain't into development, right? And we need Sangoon to win. We need him to be great today. No, we need him to be great yesterday. The makeup of our team, I feel like Jabari Smith. I feel like he has a lot of untapped potential, but he like floats between being this like corner guy, defense 3 and D ish or whatever. Um, Tari Eason, he tries his best. He defends. He tries to rebound, but it's like I don't like the structure of our team being Sengun, KD, ball dominant, and they're surrounded with these quote unquote like shooters. Like
I
it's
feel
not
like
like we ain't sniper game like that. You know what I'm saying? For it to just be like, oh yeah, give it to KD or Sangoon, and they let them do what they do and like kick it to the corner or to the wing. We ain't sniper game like that, bro.
all right, correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like, and I talked about this on the conversation we talked about it earlier. I feel like it's more the fact of he's the primary facilitator or looked at as the primary facilitator or the threat when he's on the court. And I feel like he's more of a secondary. I feel like he's more of a strong, maybe third. And I think he excels at being a third or secondary facilitator. Because when Van Fleet was on that court, he was really getting some dishes off. Like he was getting 8, 9, 7 positive games. He'll have like some good numbers behind it, maybe a 20 ball. Go look it up. When he played with Van Fleet, he played wonderful because it wasn't all about him. He had somebody else being the main facilitator, and when you're worried about him making plays, they've already made a play for Sengun to execute. Now it is a bit of a cop out, but then that's what separates you from being like the second to third guy from being the first guy. In my opinion, this proves that he's not ready to be the number one guy or even the number two. This proves to me he's more of a number three, a strong number three and a number three or a strong number four option. So I just feel like when he doesn't have a strong primary playmaker at point or even on the court, like being more ball dominant than him and being more of a threat, he's not much of a threat himself. Because you can't say that Van Fleet is a playmaking threat. He hits you with the threes, he can drive, he play makes.
Last season, the Houston Rockets, Fred Van Fleet averaged 11 assists a game. No, excuse me. He averaged 11 potential assists a game. and Sangoon averaged 9 potential assists a game. Sangoon, he played 76 games. Fred VanVleet played in 60. Fred, he averaged 5 assists, and Sangoon pretty much averaged 5 assists as well. Now, remember those numbers.
Five
Fred
and five.
VanVleet, Fred VanVleet averaged 11 potential assists, and Sangoon averaged 9 potential assists. This was last season.
I think this season he's down to 7 or 6 potential.
This season, Alfred and Sangoon is averaging near. You get rounded up and say he's averaging 11 potential assists a game. So he went from 9 last season with Fred,
Yeah,
and went up to 11 without Fred,
yeah, with
and
primary. Yeah,
he is leading well, no, he's not leading the team in passes made per game. Amon Thompson trying to play the point guard role. He averages 54 passes a game. Excuse me, he averages 53 passes a game. And Sangoon is next in line with 47. But yeah, man, he's averaging 10 potential, nearly, I'll say 11. He's averaging 11 potential assists a game this season so far without Fred VanVleet, and only 33 minutes per game.
which pretty much makes my theory correct. When he was a secondary, he looked a lot better. He wasn't so like, oh my god, people were calling the baby Joker because he was like, it was like it seemed more effortless. It was less exposed. Like I look at Van Fleet as a threat. He's got the ball. I'm looking for a play being made. Man, Thompson getting it. I'm not worried, dog. I'm sorry. I'll let you try to figure some shit out. I'm not worried about you getting over 12 assists. If you do, bless your little soul. That's good for you, sir. But I'll live with those consequences. Like I'm not right now in his career. Yes, if he gets there, cool. But right now where he's at, no. So yeah, you're on mute.
And that's the thing too, right? You're talking about Sangoon not making a big leap this year, right? Last season with Fred, he averaged 19 points. This year with KD, he only averaging 20. Like, bro, you got to make a bigger leap than that. Your team needs you. You're supposed to be the number one option on this team. KD is supposed to be the icing on the cake, but you're supposed to make that jump to be, oh wow, he's really making his claim as a baby Joker. And the only reason I feel like a baby Joker comes into play is because of the assist passing capability. But what good is that if you ain't that elite of a scorer, and your rebounding also went down from last year. You was averaging 10 boards last year, and now you went down 9. So it's just like you that did not make a leap. You can make the argument at best you stayed the same, which that means no growth, no production, no like
No, you
stagnant is
get worse
being.
if you're getting the ball more and you're getting more attention and you're getting more being more of a threat. I feel like he's like I said, he's not stepping up to the potential that people want him to be. And they're giving him the potential of what people want him to be. So therefore he's really stagnant. But I feel like, yeah, the point guard out there, I think he'll be less of a like he won't be getting as much attention. I'm sorry, bro. Like,
No, I
will he
mean,
be
no,
amazing?
I
No,
understand.
but I think
I
he won't be
understand
as exposed.
I understand what you're saying. It's different being a number 2 receiver when you get the number 2 corner or the number 3 corner than when you the number 1 guy. That's a different
Exactly.
type of defense. And
Exactly.
but what that does is that reveals that if you're the number 1 and you still can't be that guy, or you still can't produce at a high level being the number 1, that would prove you to not be the guy.
He never
Again,
was the number one,
your
but can't
numbers are
facilitate.
stagnant. If you're stagnant, you got no motion, then you're not growing, you're not developing, you're not making that leap that we need. And the numbers would say that.
His biggest weapon is passing because that's the biggest weapon with big guys now. At one point, it was just threes. Now it's passing. His passing it has went nowhere. The opportunities went up because there's nobody else that's going to be dominant enough. He's turned to the number one guy and he can't handle it. That's what I'm saying. They took that away from him. Jokic, I mean, that's why he's the 3-time MVP, 2-time MVP, or whatever. Like, that's why he's great, because he figured out a way to be great without his main facilitator being out there for, I think, almost 2 years and won MVPs in the mix. That's why he's great. Like, he can't do that. Like I said, he's more of a guy that's like, I can make it work in the system, but all eyes on me and facilitate? No, I can't do this. And I think at the end of the day, like, you forcing him to be better at it, it's just like, it's a little bit unfair, but it's like, hey, you can pay the big dollars, dog. You kind of have to take this weight. So I'm not just I'm giving him bail, but it's like, no, but you're getting the money. You stepped up to the plate. You talk a lot of crap, single. You open your mouth a lot. And granted, it's good to have a certain passion, but if you ain't backing that passion up, it's pointless. So I
I
agree with what
don't
you're saying, but it's just like,
I don't think guys in the league are being like, damn, Sangon is a tough matchup for me tonight. I don't believe guys are going in the league around the league are saying, damn, Sangon is a tough matchup for me tonight.
at one point earlier this season, at 1-on-1, he was very dominant. At one point.
Yeah, it's back you down, back you down, back you down, back you down. Trying shit, trying shit, trying shit won't work.
And some of us know how to fuck that feel to be trying shit and trying shit, trying shit and trying shit. Don't work.
Trying shit, trying shit, trying shit.
No,
Escape, escape, pass,
actually,
pass.
he was actually more face up, believe it or not. He actually was a little bit more face up earlier
Man,
in the
I
year. I don't
called
know
it
what
last
happened. I
year.
don't know what they
I
he
called
had
it
more
last year in
turnovers.
the playoffs. I called it last year in the playoffs, and yeah, the text threads were there. If Sangoon develop a jumper, he would be light. He would be out of here
No, early in the season he
easily.
was. I don't know what happened. He did that early in the season. You
I
said it.
don't I don't know what happened either, bro. But I
It
seen
was
it
it
in
was
the
it was
playoffs.
developing.
I knew last year in the playoffs, him having a jump shot would put a severe cap on his potential. It'll put a ceiling, a very low ceiling on like all that he could truly be if he didn't develop a jumper. And it was evident. And I feel like even now this season we don't really see any improvement of him trying to
You
like
know
develop
what?
a jumper. Again, to the 5 second violation or whatever he got. And if that's the case, he not our guy if the lights is too bright, bro. How the lights gonna be too bright in the regular season, Black Peace? Come on, dog.
I mean, bro. I mean, at least we know now.
And you know what's crazy?
Fucked up, but
What's sad is I feel like we damn near 2 seasons away if Sangoon don't figure his shit out. We 2 seasons away from blowing this shit up and rebuilding all over. Cause we only gonna get KD for one more year, bro.
that's a fact.
We only gonna get him for one more year. We gotta find us a point guard in the offseason. I'm gonna be honest with you, Fred. Love and respect you. You a champion. Thank you for what you did for us. But I don't know if I'm confident in Fred VanVleet coming off injury at his age, being like our starting point guard.
Do you think we keep Sengun with the point guard, or do you get rid of Sengun with a point guard and
I
KD?
don't believe Sangoon value is that high to get like for us to get like I mean, can we go find another 20 and something guy? Sure, but like I want some insurance on a guy who's gonna be with us long term. And a lot of these times when you make these big drastic trades, it's almost like you gotta give these players a grace period for at least 1 year to like figure out and try to vibe and figure out the chemistry with one another. So if we gonna make a trade, it needs to be this off season, and it needs to, like me personally, I feel like Kyrie coming to Houston would be a great look. We need a point guard. I think Kyrie at this juncture in his career, he knows how to he's been on how to manipulate the game, but he could be a dual facilitating and scoring threat type of a point guard. So but again, you will be gambling because KD not playing forever and Kyrie not playing forever. And obviously the Houston Rockets have to make the decision on, hey, are we going to choose Sengun to be our guy, or are we going to choose Jalen Green to be our guy? Jalen Green, lights is too bright. He basically played himself out of Houston with this playoff performance, but it's like it looks like so far it's a damn if you do, damned if you don't. If you keep Jalen Green, you got to deal with him, but you let Jalen Green go, and you're just like, well, goddamn, Sangoon, like you ain't making us look right about this decision at all. And it sucks because they got paid this number one option money, and they're proven to look like mid level 3-2 guys.
What happened when you this was low key what happened when you get great coaching. When you get great coaching, things can be manipulated. Low key, things cannot be as what they seem. Well, players can look like they so cold, but it's like no, the coach's scheme made them look cold. The way the value of the coach's scheme and the healthy players made them look good. It had really nothing to do with their skill set. Like, oh, he had a triple double. Like, yeah, because the coach knows, like, hey, he's good at this, drop this off, backdoor this, all this and that. So I kind of give a lot of this to just like that's what happens, dude, too. Like we a lot of Houston fans were convinced months ago, very convinced. Couldn't even figure out a way to lose. But now these are actually the things that we've been seeing and knowing that it would take light years to get to. But shoot, the great coaching, man, they made us believe. I mean, shoot, it's a lot of players that the only player that I really showing that's being consistent and going hard every game, every chance he can is Reed Shepard. And the only thing that sucks about him is he's a liability on defense. That's the only thing that freaking sucks about him. It's like, bro, you are really being the guy that we need in Houston right now. But just the fact that you just built the way you is, you can't, and you just a liability. It's like, it ain't enough, dude.
It breaks my heart that considering the expectations on the high hopes that we had coming into this season, not just for championship aspirations, but expecting Sangoon to really dominate the league and prove himself to be like, whoa, this dude could really turn himself into a superstar. Barely, maybe he made barely an all-star, made the all-star only because of injury or because of the rule of having international players on there. Yes, Sangoon hasn't improved from last year at all, and it's severely hurting the Houston Rockets. Um, yeah, but let us know in the comments, are the Houston Rockets a first round exit or a second round exit? Considering we know they're not a championship team, and that hurts. That hurts to say. That hurts to say.
It does.
Don't. You can never take my Houston citizenship. You got to respect me for keeping it real about the Houston Rockets right now. You got to respect it. Um, Darnell, Black Peace. This is the moment that everybody has been waiting for. I would like to play a game with you called the Hall of Fame. The NBA Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. Not NBA, but the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. Right? Is a three-time All-Star. I put the glasses on. Is a three-time All-Star a Hall of Famer in your career? If they only been an All-Star 3 times out of their 9-year career, are they considered to be an All-Star? Would you deem that, excuse me, would you deem that to be a Hall of Famer?
I need to know if they have any more accolades.
But if
Playoff
I just
appearances.
but if I just told you off of solely they are a 3-time All-Star, do you believe that's worthy enough to be considered as a Hall of Famer?
I think I know where you're going with this.
Bro, can you answer the question, bro?
I got you, but I was about to answer. Relax. Um, no.
No? All right. Is a player who averages 16 points and 8 rebounds, is that considered to be a Hall of Fame player to you? Sixteen points and 8 rebounds.
What generation? What decade?
Today's generation.
No.
All right. What if this player averaged 16-8 and they had 3 All-Star appearances? Is that
No,
all of no? Okay. All right. All right. All
probably set me up real bad.
right. I'm not, bro. I'm not setting
Of
you up.
course not.
You know I wouldn't do that to my brother.
Yo,
Okay. Now, what if I told you this player averaged 16-8, had 3 All-Star selections, and they were a 5-time all defensive team?
mm. Straight?
Mm,
Any consistency?
yeah, straight.
All straight?
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of boosts it up. That gives them at least a consideration. I
Okay.
can't say it's stamp, but a consideration.
Okay. Out of the five, they've had 5 consecutive all defensive teams. Out of the five, only one has been first team all defense, though.
Then you won't get the nod then,
That brings it back down.
for sure. Just
Okay.
like not significant. It's significant, but not dramatically. So yeah, it went down, but it just let you know, like, yeah, you ain't getting it. But it
It
wasn't
more
like, oh my God,
it
you went
goes
all the way
that
down.
it goes down more subtly, I feel like you're
Exactly.
saying.
But you're definitely not getting in that fame because of it.
Okay, so averaging 16-8, 3-time All-Star, 5-time all defensive team with one all defensive team that is not worthy of Hall of Fame.
Any chip appearances at all.
They have 2 chip appearances, but they did not win.
No.
Okay.
Oh, oh, you motherfucker.
Wait, wait. We're going to continue this. We're going to take it slow because I want the listeners to be able to process it themselves in
Oh
real
yes,
time.
absolutely. Just go. Just go. I got you,
All
brother.
right.
I'm gonna play ball.
16-8, 3-time All-Star out of their 9-year career. 5 consecutive all defensive teams. Only one has been first team all defense. This player also has 2 Olympic gold medals. Does that in any way boost their Hall of Fame uh selection?
Which
With
one? The big medals, or are we talking about the regular medals? I don't know if you know what
like
I
the
mean.
Olympic gold, like Paris and Tokyo.
Okay, because you know there's other ones, right? There's other
Yeah,
like Olympic times or whatever, or like
yeah,
U.S.
not
game. I'm not talking about that. Okay,
yeah, no,
so
we talking
those
about we talking
it
about
gives
the
them, it boosts
Olympic.
it back up. That's what I'm saying. It kind of gives it a little bit of like a thing. Those the big because the other ones you can get like 3 straight of like the USA ones or whatever, and it's like, I mean, that was just your off season, bro. But
You
the
talking
other
about
ones you're
like you
playing
talking
against
about
top
like
caliber
yeah,
guys.
you talking about
So
like
I'm
the
like,
FIBA World Cup type
there
situation.
you go.
Nah, we talking about the Granddaddy O
It
Olympic.
goes back up. It
But
goes
yes, sir.
back up because it
But
just shows that little bit of like hard work, I guess you would say, and the fact that you were part of a championship, more championship. You were part of a championship, so I mean, it brings it back up to like we need one more significant accolade to say, all right, you're in, but it has to be significantly. Just it has to be good.
so
That's why I feel it put you right back at that line, but you boosted you back up too, boosts you back up.
so all of that, averaging 16-8, 3-time All-Star, 5-time consecutive all defensive team with one only being a first all team defense with 2 Olympic gold medals. That is not enough to get you in the Hall of Fame according to your metric system so far.
Barely.
That barely makes you miss the All Star. Oh, excuse me, that barely makes you miss the Olympic.
Any more
I
accolades?
keep saying Olympics. That barely makes you miss the Hall of Fame, right?
No more accolades? No more big ones at least? I am talking about little
Well,
bitties.
okay. Well, I'll give you these two, right? I'll give you these two, and you determine whether or not they're like minor accolades, considering the Hall of Fame is about your full body of work as a basketball player, not just what you did in the NBA. I think I don't want to get off topic, but I feel like that's jaded in a sense
No,
because
no, 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 no. Forget that. No, that don't count. No, I don't care about college. I don't care about the high school. No, because that's irrelevant to me. I'm so sorry. That is
okay
totally
then,
irrelevant.
because those were the only like
Nah,
remaining. I was gonna give you McDonald's All American, and they was named like Player of the Year in a state. That don't you don't care about
that
none of
literally
that?
is absolutely nothing.
Okay, all right then.
Because some states are just was it Texas or California or Florida?
No.
Absolutely not. Who cares? No, seriously, those are the athletic high schools and whatever's that go crazy and have private schools, and those are the ones you want to be the kings of. And I think maybe New York, especially basketball, New York. But and even then, it's like not really. So yeah, if you ain't winning one of those, then nah.
So with all of that, all of them accolades in in the NBA, that is not in your eyes a Hall of Fame player.
He gets on a ballot, but he's not. He does not get it.
Okay.
Does not
Now,
get it.
the last accolade of this player. What if I told you this player with these accolades that you don't believe is worthy to be in the Hall of Fame? What if I told you this player has scored the second most points in a game, which is 83? If I told you that player scored 83 points in an NBA game, would that in any way, in your opinion, push them into the Hall of Fame? Whether first ballot or not, would that push them in the Hall of Fame?
By a kiss from Asia Wilson, sir. By a kiss from Asia Wilson. With
Wow.
the
So you're
animation, bro.
you're simply saying he gets in by a hair because of that game?
By a freaking hair. Bro, you gotta look at the history of like some players from the back of the past. There's some players that are in the Hall of Fame you never heard of. They'll bring a name up, say, "This is a Hall of Famer." What? And it's like, bro, they were great, but at the end of the day, it was so many more great players around them to where it's just like they're overshadowed. But that's exactly why I said it. Like, bro, he gets the kiss in. Literally a kiss. Because literally, like a kiss to Major Wilson, like, you in the Hall of Fame. That's it. He don't get like the dominant, he don't get like a hell yeah, he deserves to be. He gets a okay, okay, you're in the Hall of Fame. All right. It's nothing to shame others who didn't. It's more of a respect of, hey man, like, I mean, shoot, dog. Like, it's like getting a job through qualifications. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, I was just slightly better qualified. Like, I'm sorry. Like, my application beat yours, dog. Ain't no hard feelings. It ain't favoritism. It's just my application was better. Plain and simple. He put in a better job application. That's why he got the job.
I think
Better
and
resume. There you go.
and Bam has only been in the league so far. This is his ninth year. Obviously, he's going to continue to play and be able to add to his resume. But just as of right now, is Bam a Hall of Famer? I think is a great question to ask. And then I think the next great question to ask is the 83 point performance is 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 the 83 is the 83 point performance going to be his ticket into the Hall of Fame? Because I think when you talk about the history of the NBA, I think it looks crazy for you as a league, as a Hall of Fame to be like, yo, the dude who scored the second most points in NBA history isn't a Hall of Famer. Then they will bring into question, was like, well, damn, like how is this league that spectacular if a dude who's not even a Hall of Famer could find a way to score 83? Right. So I think of like that nuance, if you want to call it that, is why Bam ends up being in the Hall if you have to make a decision today. But I think with how he plays, I think this 83 is going to propel him to really start unlocking the rest of his game. And I think when it's all said and done, Bam will be a Hall of Famer, continue to add and bulk up on the NBA all defensive teams awards, and Yeah, but when him having an 83, I was just like, bro, there's no like you can't have a guy in the NBA who scored 83 not be considered a Hall of Famer because like if this is the best of the best, like how could we let a non Hall of Famer be able to score 83 in a game? Um, like and thinking about it now, if I just like most points scored in the NBA, I think most like the list, most of these guys are like bona fide Hall of Famers.
Mhm. Most. I love the word most. I definitely don't think
Right. So
I don't like D Book. I'm sorry. He's not a Hall of
obviously
Famer.
we got Will Chamberlain, right? 100 points. We know he's a Hall of Famer. Kobe, we know Kobe in the Hall of Fame, 81. Luca, when it's all said and done, Luca, we know Luca's in the Hall of Fame. He 73. David Thompson for Denver, he's for sure in the Hall of Fame. Damian Lillard, we know Dame is a Hall of Famer when it's said and done. Donovan Mitchell, he's a Hall of Famer when it's said and done with 70. David Robinson, 71. He's a Hall of Famer. Elgin Baylor, he's a Hall of Famer when it's said and done. Joel Embiid, he's a Hall of Famer when it's said and done. Devin Booker, I think D Book. You think D Book bona fide Hall of Famer when it's all said and done?
No.
That's a great
I think
conversation.
he's a top. I can't put a number on it. He's probably a better scorer. He's not a winner. Sorry, sorry. He has a lot of dead. To me, he has a lot of dead accolades. Even if he made to the finals, I feel like that was a dead accolade finals, in my opinion. Like you went there and you didn't even give them a scare. So yeah,
So this list of so Carl Anthony Towns, he's dropped 60 in a game before. I don't think Carl Anthony Towns is a Hall of Famer.
hate or not, his statistics gets him in the Hall of Fame. Sadly,
Wow,
hate him, I love him. Like
that's
that is not. It's not my decision. No, he's what did they say? He's the like highest percentage big man 3-point shooter, something like that in history, something of that caliber. Something weird, like unexpected 3-point stat he has.
bro.
I'm
Carl
like,
Anthony
he's
Towns
gonna
is
coast off of that.
Carl Anthony Towns don't know Hall of Famer, bro. Like, what are we doing if Carl Anthony Towns is
Bro.
a Hall of Famer, bro? I'm sorry.
Uh, I think he's a finals appearance away from it, possibly. I don't think he's that far away as you think. Like I think you think he's like years away, and I'm like, bro, I'm not the biggest fan of him.
Am I missing something?
I don't know, man. Like I've seen him come up with a couple of accomplishments that I didn't expect him to pull off. I think he has what the most threes for a 7-footer. How can you not put the most threes from a 7-footer in the Hall of Fame?
He got a Rookie of the Year, three-time NBA, six-time All-Star, and his career he's averaged 22 and 11.
But then don't they have the most threes from a 7-footer? Like it, like I said, sometimes it's like
I don't care about no
all
most
right. I
threes,
know.
nigga. Like,
I know. It's one of those things. Like I said, it's nothing to do with me or like liking him or praising the stat. It's just like, bro, I think you're gonna get off that stat. Like, all right, you're how we not like you said, how you gonna not let the guy who scored 83 in the Hall of Fame? How you not gonna let the 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 7-footer with the most 3-pointers not in the Hall of Fame? Like I said, it ain't gonna be first ballot. It ain't gonna be on some like, oh my God, hell yeah, you deserve to be there. It's just gonna be on some like, I mean, I guess. I mean, he did do that. You're right. You're right. It's more one of them numbers, bro. Like, and then on top of that, I think it's just like it may be lacking a big man, so where they have to put a big man on the ballot. Like, all right, we need another big man to go in the Hall of Fame. I don't think he's like a bona fide Hall of Famer. No,
I think the
he's a
All
Hall of Famer
Stars
by default.
I think the All Star selections maybe gives him the nod. I
You know what I
think
mean?
the All Star elections probably give him the nod. But how is that to be the case when we've already admitted that the All Star game isn't about skill, it's about a popularity contest? You feel me?
I don't make the rules, dog. I just know this gonna happen. Trust me. I don't agree to it. You're looking at me like I'm just like pulling for him. I'm actually not. I'm on the same page as you. I just been watching how it's been trending with him and how the media and how the NBA treats him. They treat him like he's a god. They really do. Yeah, we make fun of him, but no, like the NBA, like the pedestal they put him on, they like him for whatever reason. I guess he's like he's not a threat. So I guess they try to propel him not being a threat. Bro, it's just, when I look at it, I'm like, I looked up like 3 years ago, and next thing you know, it said Carl Anthony Towns, most 3 pointers for a 7 foot. I'm like, passing up Dirk Nowitzki. I'm like, yeah, there hasn't been nobody else that's the name to do it. I mean, obviously, I feel like the only thing that's gonna stop that is if Wemby does it before he retires. I think that will trump his Hall of Fame. Because I think that's what gets him in. The All-Star appearances and the fact of him being the 7 footer with the most threes. But if Wemby go out there and does it like 5 or 6 years before he really get a chance to really get settled and gets the opportunity to get that nod, that may get snatched away from him. So that's how I look at it. I'm like, I think somebody
But
can spoil it for him.
but like
I know. I feel you, bro.
like
Yeah.
like for you to put him in the same
After all that,
for you to put him in the same category as like Dirk Nowitzki is like crazy because I still think Dirk Nowitzki is a far better shooter than Karl Anthony Towns. Like, what are we talking about? Just because he hit the most threes, probably because he took twice as many as Dirk did. Come on, bro, we gotta stop it.
I don't make these
Dirk,
rules, bro. Everything you're saying is how I because you're just now hearing this, so you're having my initial reaction. I'm just giving you information, bro. Okay, so I know you got caught up in
so
the subject, but I knew about it. I just telling you before you get pissed off in like 3 or 4, 5, well, however many years it takes for him to get
so
there.
I'm getting this from StatMuse, right? I'm getting this from StatMuse. It says Dirk Nowitzki has the most made threes by a big man, and he has 1,900 made threes. Kevin Love has 1,700. Antoine Walker has 1,300. Laurie Markkinen has 1,200. And right behind Laurie Markkinen is Karl Anthony Towns with the fifth most made threes.
Yeah, okay.
So he's got 1,219. Markkinen got 1,257. And again, Dirk had almost nearly 2,000. Mind
Never
you,
mind.
these gentlemen didn't play the
He
amount of
did.
games that Dirk played, but 38%.
Well,
Karl
what's
Anthony
that?
Towns shooting 39% from three right now in his throughout his career. No, excuse me, I got that egregiously wrong. No. I'm not understanding why this is showing up like this, but his 3 point percentage, Karl
My
Anthony
bad.
Towns.
I could have sworn he said something about him beat passing up Dirk or being close to Dirk or being one of the best 3 point shooting big man. I'm like, I mean, he can shoot a three, but being the best is just
I've
that's a lot to
never
say.
said I've never said, yo, run a out of bounds play for Karl Anthony Towns to shoot a game winning three. I've never said that in my life. I've never thought that in my life watching a Knicks game.
So even with that, I think the fact that that's a strong attribute. I think he's gonna make it, bro. I'm not happy about it, but I think he's gonna make it because and then on top of that, it's like who else other than him and Embiid and Jokic are you gonna put in there? Like from his time, from more of him growing up.
Bro,
I
we
mean,
don't gotta like we don't like the Hall of Fame not at a short of big man. Like, bro, if you don't make the cut, we don't need you. Like, we can't put niggas in the Hall of Fame just because of scarcity. Like, come on, bro, we can't do that now. Yeah,
I think five was a big man better than Carl Anthony Towns, growing in his generation. That's the thing.
yeah, man. I don't know, bro, but beautiful people. What you just listened to, what you just watched is called a great episode. And me and my brothers, we do not take y'all listening to us for granted. Right now, we like to take the time as we near the end of this pod to open up the doors of the pod for anybody out there looking for a pod home. We want to give you the opportunity to join our podcast by simply hitting that subscribe button. And if you hit that subscribe button and you feel like you want to do more, then we encourage you to hit the like button. If hitting the subscribe and the like button still ain't enough, and you like, yo, I want to do more. I want to feel more connected and a part of this podcast. And then we ask that you share this episode or one of your favorite clips of ours. Share it with a friend, a brother, sister, uncle, cousin, auntie, and tell if another friend, and tell that friend, and tell that friend, and tell the other friend that we'll be back here next week to do this all again. This is the Respect the Game podcast where we don't take y'all listening to us for granted, and we will see you beautiful people next week. The doors of the pod are open.